Again, thank you for coming tonight to the CatchMark SportsNet West Michigan Conference 2023 Spring Sports Player of the Year ceremony. That's a lot to say in one breath. Again, hope you enjoyed your dinner. Appreciate you being here again. For those watching on the live stream, I'm Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. I'll be highlighting the Player of the Year finalists and award winners in a few moments. First, I'd like to give you a little more background, though, on CatchMark SportsNet and how that all started. We've spent nearly 2 years creating our unique brand of local sports coverage and growing relationships with schools and communities in the West Michigan Conference and in the area. We've poured our hearts, souls, and resources into planting the seeds of Brent Rath's idea and cultivating it into a reality. Our goals have been clear. Use our skills and resources to breathe new life into highlighting our local athletes. The feedback from the communities has been phenomenal. CatchMark SportsNet has grown to offer local athletic coverage in the form of stories, videos, photos, live streaming, and much more. Our social media presence has blown up. If you're not following us there, please do so on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We've worked hard to develop innovative and unique types of coverage that focus on the accomplishments of our student athletes, to tell their stories, to share their successes, and to support them through their defeats. Our passion and desire is to continue these unique experiences for as many student athletes as possible. We thank the communities, the readers, the viewers, for allowing us to be able to accomplish some of these amazing things in such a short time. Just to give you an idea of how much we've grown, in the 2022-23 academic year, more than 4.7 million total content views from our website visitors from 10 different countries have come to see us. Faraway places such as Ireland, Sweden, Brazil, China, Germany, and Denmark. Our viewership has grown from about 1.1 million total content views in the 2021-22 academic year to more than 4 times that in one academic year. We posted more than 7,000 content items this school year. People watched more than 16,500 hours of our videos, nearly 1.5 million impressions on Twitter, nearly 190,000 engagements on Facebook, more than 4,000 subscribers on Facebook, more than 1,500 subscribers to our CatchMark SportsNet YouTube channel. This is all free to subscribe, so please do so. More than 1,300 subscribers on Instagram, nearly 2,500 followers on TikTok. Note, we just relaunched our TikTok at CatchMark.SportsNet, so please follow us there. And we also have more than 1,000 followers on Twitter. And again, if you haven't followed or subscribed, please do so. You get all kinds of great content there. So the more you listen, subscribe, and participate, the more attractive it is to sponsors. The more sponsors we get, the more great content we can continue to deliver. So our ask this evening is just help us get the word out. Share our content, subscribe to our pages, like our posts, visit our website, and please tag us on your social media posts. Help us get people following, interacting, and listening. Help us provide the best coverage possible to our amazing communities. Now, the part you've been waiting for, the awards. Before we do that, I want to mention the sponsors one more time because, again, they help us do these great things, and I'm going to list them off one more time here for the live stream audience. And that's Van Dyke Mortgage Lakeshore, Durg Insurance Group, Grieve Law, Big Stone Therapies, Green Ridge Realty with Chris Dykeman and Sarah Reel, North Grove Brewers, Foundation Systems of Michigan with John Botten, Coldwell Banker with Dave Dusenberry, and Scheid Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. So we're going to do the awards sport by sport, and then at the end of the ceremony, we asked for the athletes to stick around because we want to get photos of each group, and then one big group photo with all the athletes in one photo. And you guys can take whatever photos and stay and hang out as long as you want. And during the ceremony, I know those cookies and donuts are much more interesting than me, so if you want, feel free to keep attacking those things and take care of those so then I don't have to eat them. So, but hopefully you enjoyed those too. That's kind of a nice little plus. But so what we're doing here is for the awards. Near the end of the 2023 spring sports season, I nominated 5 or 6 athletes from each sport in the West Michigan Conference for Player of the Year discussion. Nominees were identified based on the following criteria: performance, statistics, impact on his or her team, intangibles across the season, team success plays into it. From there, Connor Rath, Tate Stein, and myself narrowed down the 5 or 6 names to 3 finalists for each sport. Our goal at that point was to have 3 athletes who have set themselves apart from the rest. 3 athletes who all deserve the moniker Player of the Year. We then put it to the communities. People were allowed to vote once per hour in each fan poll, and they selected the candidate that they thought should be awarded the Player of the Year. Some people call it People's Choice. In the big picture, we call it giving a proper shout out to some outstanding performers. Our readers take care of the rest. This spring, our Player of the Year polls combined to rack up nearly 45,000 votes. That shows you how much this stuff resonates with folks who follow the West Michigan Conference. They love their sports, they love their schools and their communities, and they love their athletes. Tonight, we're celebrating those athletes. We'll be announcing each finalist who will receive a certificate and each winner who will receive a certificate and a trophy. The winners will also have their name engraved on this CatchMark SportsNet Player of the Year trophy that resides in our Whitehall office. So each season we inscribe the names on the side of the trophy. That stays in our office in Whitehall here. We're going to go sport by sport. Athletes, when I call your name, please come up to the front and wait here as I highlight your achievements. And then we'll announce the Player of the Year and we'll get to his or her plaque and award. And then we'll get more photos at the end of it. But without further ado, we would like to begin honoring our finalists and award winners for the West Michigan Conference Spring Sports Players of the Year. We're going to start with girls tennis. First off, first finalist, Hannah Glanville, Ludington. She's unable to be here tonight, but this junior held down the #1 singles flight for the MHSA Division III State Finals qualifying Orioles this season. A 3-year starter, she finished the season with a 20-6 overall record. Glanville earned Division III All-State Honorable Mention from the Michigan High School Tennis Coaches Association. She was first during the Coastal Conference dual meet season and second in the conference tournament, splitting with North Muskegon's Marilyn Gaston. She led Ludington to the Coastal Conference Championship. She finished runner-up in the MHSA Division III Regional at Holland Christian, leading the Orioles to a second-place finish as a team. At the state finals, where Ludington placed 12th as a team, Glanville earned a bye that put her into the round of 16. Ludington was the northernmost school that competed in the MHSA Division III State Finals in Ann Arbor. So that's Hannah Glanville. We'll just leave that here, okay? Our next finalist is Marilyn Gaston from North Muskegon. She was unable to be here. I think she's in maybe a little bit better place than we're at now. Where's she at, Cody?
South of France, I think.
Okay, so south of France, Whitehall,
I'd rather be with you, Scott.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. And that's why we continue to invite Cody back to these things. So, Marilyn Gaston, she's a junior. She held down the #1 singles position for the MHSA Division IV State Finals qualifying Norse this season. A 3-year starter, Gaston finished with a 15-14 overall record this season, but remember, at the top flight, she faced the toughest competition. She earned Division IV First Team All-State honors from the Michigan High School Tennis Coaches Association. She won the Coastal Conference Tournament Championship. She split on the season with the aforementioned Hannah Glanville, another CatchMark SportsNet Player of the Year finalist. North Muskegon finished runner-up in the Coastal Conference behind Ludington in a very close battle. The Norse placed second in the GMAA, the Greater Muskegon Athletic Association tournament, behind Division II Mona Shores. Gaston won 2 matches at the Division IV State Finals in Kalamazoo before she lost in the quarterfinals to the eventual state champion from Ann Arbor Green Hills. North Muskegon finished 11th as a team in the Division IV State Finals. 2 years ago, Gaston teamed with North Muskegon's Greta Gostowitz to win a Division IV State Championship in number 4 doubles, and that is Marilyn Gaston. So you got to get this and this ready, okay? And now I present to you our Player of the Year for girls tennis, Fia Lindsay. Pick it up, honey. Pick that up. Congrats. You're a lot taller than I thought you'd be. This North Muskegon junior played #2 singles and had an outstanding season for the MHSA Division IV State qualifying Norse. She was an impressive 25-4 on the season. She was seeded 4th in the Division IV State Finals in Kalamazoo and ended up holding that seed, advancing to the bracket semifinals after winning 2 matches. She lost to the eventual state champion from Ann Arbor Green Hills. She also earned All-State Honorable Mention from the Michigan High School Tennis Coaches Association. At her flight this year, she won titles in the Coastal Conference, the Greater Muskegon Athletic Association Tournament, and in the Norse's Regional. And again, as a team, North Muskegon was a close runner-up to Ludington in the Coastal Conference and second in the GMA tourney behind Mona Shores. And again, 11th at the state finals. Let's all give a nice round of applause to these young ladies for their achievements this season. It's there, so we've only got one of them here, okay? Now it's on to boys golf. Our first two finalists are our brothers. Neither of them are able to be here, but we're going to announce their achievements. First finalist is Max Sharp from Manistee. Could not make it tonight, but this freshman certainly didn't play like a freshman this season. The younger brother of Jacob Sharp, who we'll be talking about in a minute, who's also a Player of the Year finalist, finished atop the season leaderboard for the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division Jamborees with a 37.7 average over 6 events. How many of you guys that golf here are you averaging that in 9 holes or not? Be honest. Anyone? You are? Okay, good. See where you get it from. All right, I know I can't. So, but he took first in 2 jamborees, Max did. First in a dual meet against Frankfurt. He placed second, tied for second in 2 other WMC Lakes Jamborees. In 18-hole events, he tied for 4th in the Division III Regional with his brother by scoring 80 at a tough Red Hawk course in East Tawas. He took 5th in the Lake City Terry Thompson Invite with a 77. Most impressively, he captured medalist honors in the 36-hole, 2-day Traverse City Central tee-off against several larger schools with a 149, shooting a 75 and a 74. That's pretty impressive. Manistee won the WMC Lakes going away and finished second at its regional to punch its ticket to the state finals. At the state finals, the Chippewas, which are soon to be nicknamed the Mariners, are changing their nickname, tied for 7th in the Division III state finals at MSU's Forest Acres West. That's Max Sharp. Our next finalist is Jacob Sharp, Max's older brother. The Manistee Junior obviously couldn't make it tonight, but he was a team captain for the Chippewas this season, which again finished second in the regional, qualified for the state finals, and tied for 7th as a team. He finished 3rd place overall in scoring in the WMC Lakes 9-hole jamborees with an average of 38.5 over 6 events. He placed 1st in 2 jamborees, 2nd in 2 others, and tied for 3rd in another. Manistee won the division going away. In 18-hole events, Sharp took 2nd in the Lake City Terry Thompson Invite with a 73, and in Spring Lake's George Bittner Invitational with a 74. He tied for 4th in the MHSA Division III Regional Red Hawk Golf Course with an 80, and he finished 5th at Tawas Area's Bogies Indoor Golf Invite with an 80. He placed 10th individually in the 2-day MHSA Division III State Finals at Forest Acres West. He shot 76 on the first day and 81 on the second day, for a 2-day total of 157. Still very impressive stuff. That's Jacob Sharp. Anybody grab this, okay? Get ready. And now for our Golfer of the Year, Killian Pruitt from Fremont. Congrats. Looking good, man. There you go. All right, this guy is still, well, not anymore. You were a junior. You're going to be a rising senior now, so. But his junior year, he had a great junior year for Fremont. He finished 2nd place overall in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division with a 9-hole jamboree average of 38.1 over 6 events. He took 1st in 1 jamboree, 2nd in another, and tied for 2nd in a 3rd. Fremont took 2nd in the WMC Lakes behind Manistee. In 18-hole events, Pruitt was medalist at the Newaygo County Championship with a 76, 3rd in the Lakeview Invite with a 78, and tied for 13th in the Kent City Eagle Invite with an 86. Pruitt tied for 47th at the Division II Regional at Cadkey Golf Course with a 90. He also competes for Fremont's strong wrestling program. Congrats to you, Killian, and let's give all our finalists and award winner a nice round of applause. Now we're on the girls' track. There's only one of them here. Addie, okay. Now it's on to girls' track and field. And we're going to start off with Addie Hovey, and she's going to love standing up here by herself, so, because she's the only finalist that's here. But come on up, Addie. That's not her. Put that back. We could have made a couple of those because you had a great year as well. So thank you for coming up. But we got to talk about you, so you got to stick around. I'm going to add some stuff too because. So, have you ever seen this girl compete in anything? Have you seen Addie? Everything. Everything that she does, she's exceptionally good at, like everything. Even interviewing now. She's really good at interviewing now. It took some time. So, I don't want to embarrass her too much more, so we'll get this moving. But like I said, she's dominant in any sport she plays. She led Hart's track and field team to a second straight Division III state title. She was a 4-event All-Stater for the Pirates at the state finals meet at Kent City. She took first place in high jump at 5.4. She was third in the 100-meter dash at 12.53 seconds. She also ran legs on Hart's third place 4x100 relay and 7th place 4x200 relay team. During the West Michigan Conference Rivers Division Championships May 12th at Holton, she soared to 5 feet 11 in the high jump. That ended up tying her for first in the state this season for all divisions and put her in some very elite company, at one point nationally being, I think, 5th ranked in that event. That's incredible for a sophomore. Her PR in the 100 is 12.38 that she ran at the regional. Her PR in the 200 is the 26.53 she ran at the West Michigan All-Star Track Invite at Reese Puffer this season. Recently, she placed 19th in high jump at the New Balance Outdoor Nationals in Philadelphia with a jump of 5.4. She's also a first-team All-Stater in basketball, helping lead the Pirates to the state semifinals and a trip to MSU's Breslin Center. Hovey's been a 2-time finalist for CatchMark SportsNet Player of the Year in basketball. This is Addie Hovey. I'm not going to make you stand up here for the others. You can go sit down. Thank you. I'm not going to make her stand up here and suffer through the other ones and have to stand for everyone. She can go join her parents again. So, our next finalist, and she couldn't be with us tonight, is Maylee Hope from Whitehall. This senior is a combination of strength and speed, unlike which has been seen in the conference, at least in recent years. The only one that I can think that comes close is Addie, right here. And she ran against her, so she knows. Hope is dominant in throws and in sprints. She led the state of Michigan in discus this season with an eye-popping toss of 153 feet achieved in the Fruitport Georgian Invitational on April 14th. She ranked number 6 in the state in all divisions in shot put with a personal record of 42 feet, 3.75 inches. Maylee was a 3-event MHSA Division III All-State athlete. She placed second discus with a toss of 133.1. She was 5th in the shot put with a heave of 38.6. And she was 7th in the 100-meter dash with a personal record time of 12.37 seconds. She also qualified in the 200 at the state finals, but she narrowly missed making the championship race in that event. Hope's PR in the 200 was the 26.2-second time she ran in the prelims at the state finals. She's also a multiple-time state champion and record-setting powerlifter. She's signed with Aquinas College, where she'll continue her pursuits in academics and track and field. From what I understand, she's going into pre-med, so she's got some big goals ahead of her. So that's Maylee Hope. And now for our girls track and field athlete of the year. It's Jessica Jaswinski of Hart. She couldn't make it tonight. I'm sure, almost certain that she's running long distances somewhere right now as I speak. Probably, right? I mean, that's what they do in that family. So she's only a sophomore. She seems to perform her best in the biggest events. The distance phenom is an All-American, and she continues to show why, helping lead Hart to a second straight Division III state title. In the Division III state finals at Kent City, Jaswinski took first in the 3200 with a time of 10:57.99, second in the 1600 with 4:58.86, and third in the 800 at 2:16.22. She also anchored the fourth place 4x800 relay. She won regional titles in the 800, 1600, and 3200. Her personal record in the 800 is the 2:15.02 that she ran at the West Michigan All-Star Invite at Reese Puffer. Her best in the 1600 is the 4-minute 50.45 seconds at the Distance Under the Lights event at Hausman Field. Her top time in the 3200 is 10:24.61 at the Shepherd Blue Jay Invite. Jaswinski won the MHSA Division III individual state title during cross country, and she was voted CatchMark SportsNet WMC Runner of the Year for that season as well. Last December, Jaswinski placed 11th in the Champ Sports Cross Country Championships in San Diego. Her time of 17 minutes 43.4 seconds at Balboa Park made her the top state of Michigan finisher in the revered race. Last November, she ran a personal record 16 minute 47.3 second time en route to winning the Midca Meet of Champions. Let's all give a nice round of applause to these young ladies for their achievements, and just know that Hart has Jaswinski and Hovey back for 2 more years each, so they might be bringing some more trophies home. That track, you can put that there. You can slide that there. I can slide that too if you want. Next up is boys track. These first 2 gentlemen, they couldn't join us tonight. They are both Hart seniors, Hart recent graduates. We'll start with Clayton Ackley. He enjoyed a record-setting career for the Pirates. He owned school records in the 1600 and 3200. In the former, he ran a time of 4 minutes, 24.24 seconds at the 8th Annual Kent City Elite Invitational to set the school record. In the latter, he ran a time of 9 minutes, 23.55 seconds in the 2023 Shepherd Blue Jay Invite. He helped lead Hart to a runaway title in the West Michigan Conference Rivers Division. At the MHSA Division III State Finals, he placed third in the 3200 with a time of 9:44.48. He also ran a leg on Hart's first place 4x800 relay team. He narrowly missed all-state honors in the 1600, placing ninth in the event. You need to finish top 8 to finish all-state, and he just missed that. He also ran the 800 this season, posting a personal record time of 2:01.25 seconds during a dual meet against North Muskegon. Ackley, who was a CatchMark SportsNet Track Athlete of the Year finalist last track season, helped Hart capture the Division III cross-country state title in the fall. Individually, he placed 11th at the cross-country state finals with a personal record time of 15 minutes, 27.7 seconds. He will continue his academic and running pursuits at Colorado Christian University. That is Clayton Ackley. Our next finalist is Kellen Kimes, also a Hart senior. This young man's quite accomplished himself. He was a New Balance Indoor Nationals champion in the weight throw in April with a toss of 78 feet, 4.25 inches. He's also the state of Michigan record holder in the event at 77 feet, 8 inches. He finished as a 2-time MHSA Division III state champion in discus. Earlier this month, he tossed 174 feet, 3 inches en route to a dominant win. Last year, in winning the event, he threw at 165.10. Kimes was also a 2-time Division III state runner-up in shot put. Earlier this month, he heaved at 57 feet and a quarter inch to place second. Last year, he established a PR, a personal record, in the event with a distance of 58.8. His personal record in discus actually is 181.9, which he tossed in the regional at Manton. Just last Sunday, Kimes finished runner-up in the hammer throw at the Nike Outdoor Nationals in Eugene, Oregon, with a toss of 223 feet, 4.75 inches. He was the top U.S. finisher in the event. Kimes is signed to continue his academic and throwing pursuits at Division I Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. That is Kellen Kimes. And now for our boys track and field athlete of the year, it's Malcolm Irvin of Whitehall. That's Malcolm. There you go. You see how fast he ran up here? This guy can fly, and you get to see him for another year on the football field as well. So, between Irvin and fellow junior Trannon Naylor, the 2022 CatchMark SportsNet Track Athlete of the Year, the Vikings were in great shape in the sprints. Whitehall would have been well served with either Irvin or Ayler as the CatchMark SportsNet Athlete of the Year finalist, but Irvin got the nod because of his season-long achievements. He qualified for the MHSA Division II state finals in 4 events: the 100, 200, 4x2 relay, and 4x4 relay. He was part of Whitehall's 4x4 relay team that placed third at the Division II state finals. In the 2022 season, he was part of Whitehall's 4x2 relay team that actually captured a state title. His personal best times in the 100 and 200 were established this season. He ran the 100 in 11.03 seconds and finishing runner-up in the Division II regional Allendale. He ran 22.30 seconds in the 200 en route to winning that regional title in the event at Allendale as well. Whitehall was a dominant team this year, one of the best that's been around the area in quite a long time. The Vikings fell just short of a title at the Mitka Division II state finals. Got a bad break here or there, but they were a great team, dominant all season long. Malcolm was a big part of that. He's also, as I said, a speedy playmaker on Whitehall's football team, which enjoyed a historic season last year and is expecting even more big things this fall. So let's give a nice round of applause to Malcolm and the other finalists. All right, next up is girls soccer. Our first finalist is Sam Johnson, North Muskegon. You got her award, Sam Johnson? Where'd you put it, Emily? Man, Emily, it's up here. Is it out of order? Yeah. Okay. Sorry for making you wait. Okay. Don't hurt me with your club. Now, so this senior from North Muskegon, recent graduate, is a shining example of mental and physical toughness. She had quite the season for the Norse, even if it was a bit painful. Not even a broken arm or a nagging hip injury could stop her. The right wing led North Muskegon with 18 goals and 10 assists. She was a Division IV first-team All-Stater in the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association. One of the team captains, she helped lead North Muskegon to an unbeaten run through the West Michigan Conference along with district and regional titles. The Norse finished 17-4-1 after their sixth straight run to the Division IV state semifinals. She scored the lone goal in North Muskegon's 1-0 victory over Western Michigan Christian in the district finals while playing with a cast and protective wrap over her left forearm and wrist. 2 days earlier, she had fractured 2 bones in her lower arm in a district semifinals win over Ravenna. During a stretch in the Norse's 15-game winning streak toward the end of the season, she had a string in which she tallied a goal in 10 straight games. She was also a CatchMark SportsNet Player of the Year finalist last season. This is Sam Johnson. Thank you. Congrats. Mia Clements, you got. Our next finalist is Mia Clements from Fremont. Congrats. Thank you. Only a sophomore this year, she was a prolific goal scorer for the Packers, who finished runner-up in the West Michigan Conference behind North Muskegon. A forward and team captain, she tallied 29 goals and 13 assists on the season. She had a goal in all but 2 of Fremont's matches this season and scored in 15 straight contests. She scored against every conference opponent except for Oak Ridge. 8 of her goals this season were game winners. Not bad. That's pretty good. Clements was an all-district and all-CSAA selection last season. Has it come out what you got this year? I was trying to get a hold of your coach, and I haven't had any luck. What did you win this year? You got all-conference and all-district. I think you got robbed on all-region. So, anyway, congrats on those awards. Fremont finished 14-5-1. She was also a key contributor on Fremont's varsity basketball team as a sophomore. This is Mia Clements. And now for our Player of the Year, Natalie Panucci of North Muskegon. Let go of it. Let go. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. Another strong handshake there. Should get that from you? Or who should get that from? All right. All right, Natalie Panucci, senior, recent graduate, left wing, was the CatchMark SportsNet Player of the Year last spring as well. She was a Division IV first-team All-Stater by the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association this year, and she was a dangerous goal scorer for the Norse. She scored North Muskegon's lone goal in a tough 3-1 overtime loss to eventual state champion Kalamazoo Christian in the Division IV state semifinals. She netted a hat trick in North Muskegon's 4-0 victory over McMain Northern Michigan Christian in a regional semifinal. This season, she tallied 17 goals and 6 assists. Entering the state tournament, she had registered a goal or an assist in 9 straight games. Panucci was a key member of North Muskegon's dominant Division IV state championship winning team her sophomore year in 2021. She notched an assist in the Norse's 5-0 dominant victory over Royal Oak Shrine in the finals. Did we lose something? All right. One of the team captains, Panucci helped lead North Muskegon to an unbeaten run through the West Michigan Conference along with district and regional titles, alongside Sam here. The Norse finished 17-4-1 again with a 6th straight run to the semifinals. Again, Natalie played a key role in their 6-year run in the time she was there. Lost 1 season to COVID when spring sports were canceled, but believe it or not, soccer may or may not be her best sport. She's going to Hope College to play volleyball, and also a great student as well as Sam is, and as well, I'm sure Mia is as well, and all these athletes here. So, but let's give her, Natalie and the rest of the girls, a nice round of applause. Baseball. Okay, now it's on to baseball. Our first finalist is Nick Moss of Montague. For those of you guys who haven't met this young man, he's hilarious. He's fun to be around. He might be a little bit smaller in stature, but he's got a big personality. He's a big-time player. He's a middle infielder by trade, but he also pitched and caught for the Wildcats, who earned a share of the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division title this season, sharing it with Oak Ridge. Moss earned Division III first-team All-State honors by the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association. He led the conference in batting with a hefty average of .608, 59 of 97, with 10 doubles, 1 triple, and 32 RBIs. He's an aggressive and heady player, and who also scored 45 runs and stole 27 bases. He typically plays short, but he stepped up as a pitcher too. The right-handed Moss was 3-1 with 2 saves and a 1.58 ERA. He had 36 strikeouts and 8 walks in 31 innings. His fielding percentage this season was .926. As a team, Montague finished 23-13 overall. They advanced to Division III district finals, where they fell to a very good North Muskegon squad, which we're going to be talking to that young man soon. Moss, yeah, he was a pretty good player for them too. I don't want to leave Ben out. Moss signed to play baseball at Lake Michigan College. That is Nick Moss. Congrats. You can say if you want. He'll stay up here. I think he's going to take the mic now because he's got he's got a comedy act. All right, our next finalist is Troy McManus. Troy, he didn't want you to feel alone up here, so he's going to stay up here with you. Congrats. So Troy McManus of North Muskegon, senior, recent graduate. He was our Player of the Year last year, in fact, in baseball. He's a finalist this year. This left-hander was one of the more versatile players in the league. As I said, he was voted the Player of the Year last year in baseball, but also in tennis. He didn't play tennis this year, right, Cody?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Are you going to let him do that? Yeah. All right. All right. So he was 11-2 on the mound with a 1.46 ERA to go along with 77 strikeouts and 23 walks and 67 in the third innings. Opponents batted 185 against him. At the plate, the Norseman leadoff batter hit .436, 61 of 140. That's a lot of at-bats in a season. With 14 doubles, 2 triples, and 42 RBIs. And he uses speed to produce 49 runs and steal 30 bases. North Muskegon cruised through the West Michigan Conference Rivers Division, finished unbeaten in that. They also rolled to the Greater Muskegon Athletic Association Tournament title, which includes all schools, all divisions in this area. They dimed Mona Shores in the final, and they shut out Reese Puffer in the semifinals. The Norse captured a Division III district title and made a run to the regional finals. They also finished 36-6-1 on the season, which is a record for wins in a season. Troy was also an impressive student athlete, finishing with a perfect 4.0 GPA and scoring an eye-popping 1540 on his SAT. Man. He's committed to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, where he intends on playing basketball. He was also an all-conference basketball player. This is Troy McManus. Okay. And now for our Baseball Player of the Year, Ben Myers of North Muskegon. That's fun. I didn't mean to leave you out earlier. So Ben is so kind of unassuming that I could have left his name out and he wouldn't have said anything. I never hear from him because that's just the type of guy he is. He's quiet, but he just gets the job done, and that's how he is in everything he does. So Ben Myers, a North Muskegon junior, just wrapped up his junior year. Junior catcher. He was a quiet leader behind the plate and a patient, dangerous hitter in the batter's box from the number 3 spot in the lineup. He earned Division III first-team All-State honors after being second-team All-State as a sophomore. He finished the season batting .511. He was 69 of 115 with great power numbers. 11 doubles, 10 triples, and 6 home runs. He drove in 55 runs and scored 65 times. He stole 34 bases and walked 23 times to only 9 strikeouts. Defensively, he recorded 285 putouts. He sported a .983 fielding percentage in 200 2/3 innings caught while allowing only 15 pass balls. North Muskegon cruised through the West Michigan Conference Division, Rivers Division, dominated in the GMA, winning that, as we stated with Troy, captured the district title, made a run to the regional finals, just had a remarkable season, finished with a 36-6-1 record as stated. Myers is a college prospect for baseball, but he's also a difference maker on the football field and basketball court. Congrats to Ben, and let's give these guys all a nice round of applause. Yeah. Thanks, guys. We're going to wrap it up with softball tonight. Our first finalist could not make it. Neither of our first two finalists I'm going to talk about could make it here tonight, but we got lots to say about both of them. We'll start off with Kaylin Josa of Oak Ridge. This junior slugger batted leadoff for the Eagles, and you better be careful pitching to her because she led the Muskegon area with 15 home runs. As a team, Oak Ridge set a program record with 50 home runs this season, 5-0. This season, she batted .461 with the aforementioned 15 homers, 2 triples, and 9 doubles. She drove in 54 runs and scored 69 of them. Her slugging percentage was .029. The right-hander was also a key pitcher for the Eagles. She went 17-4 with a 3.20 ERA, with 83 strikeouts and 45 walks and 98 in the third innings. Defensively, she sported a .931 fielding percentage. As a team, Oak Ridge captured a 6th straight West Michigan Conference title. This year, they won it in the Lakes Division. They rolled to that division title with an unbeaten league record in that side of the conference. In the last 6 years, Oak Ridge is 101-1 in conference play. Oak Ridge, which captured a 6th Division II district title in 7 years, finished this season with a 29-10 record. That is Kaylin Josa. Our next finalist is Emma Gillard from Ravenna. She could not make it tonight, but this senior had all the tools and put them on full display, whether it was from the batter's box, base paths, pitcher's circle, or shortstop position. The Ferris State signee enjoyed a monster season for the Bulldogs, who finished 36-6 with a Division III state semifinals appearance and school record for wins in the season. Gillard earned Division III first-team All-State honors, and she was her district's Miss Softball nominee for the state of Michigan. The left-handed hitting leadoff batter hit .608, 76 of 125 with 12 home runs, 10 triples, and 14 doubles for a .168 slugging percentage. She drove in 62 runs, scored with 85, and stolen bases with 51. In the pitcher's circle, the right-handed ace finished 16-3 with a .197 ERA. She struck out 107 and walked only 11 and 92 in the third innings pitched. Considering that she split innings with sophomore sister Addison Gillard and freshman Riley Homley, those numbers could have been even more outstanding. Ravenna rolled to the WMC Rivers Division title unbeaten. The Bulldogs captured a 2nd straight GMA Tier 1 tournament title as well as a 2nd straight Division III district championship. The Dogs also won their first regional title since 2005 and made their first semifinalist appearance since 2005 as well, falling to eventual state champion Standish Sterling. Even though Emma could not be here, she did express she wanted to share these comments with the audience here. She wrote, "Hello everyone. First, I would like to thank CatchMark for nominating me for the 2023 Softball Player of the Year Award. Next, I would like to congratulate my teammate Emma H. for receiving the Player of the Year Award. She has worked her tail off since she was very little to be in this position. Well earned and very deserving. A big thank you to my coaches, teammates, friends, and family for supporting me throughout this journey." And I'm going to preface this next part by saying I did not pay her to say this, but he said, "Last but not least, I would like to thank Scott DeCamp for capturing and documenting some of the best moments of my life. All your love and support is appreciated. Thank you." And that is Emma Gillard. And now for our Softball Player of the Year, Emma Hermans from Ravenna. Congrats. All right, this sophomore, soon to be junior, has already assembled 2 amazing seasons and she has 2 years to go yet. Third baseman, left-handed hitting number 3 batter for the Bulldogs, earned Division III first-team All-State honors for the 2nd straight season. And she did it while battling nagging injuries to her shoulder and hamstring this season. In 2022, as a CatchMark SportsNet Player of the Year finalist, she batted .622. This season, she upped the ante. She hit a whopping .652, 75 of 115. She totaled 22 doubles, 8 triples, and 8 home runs. She led the Bulldogs with 73 RBIs and a .191 slugging percentage to go with her 66 runs scored and 28 stolen bases. Ravenna rolled to the West Michigan Conference Rivers Division title. They won a 2nd straight GMA Tier 1 title. They won the regional title, got to semifinals after winning an exciting quarterfinal, in which, by the way, a 12-6 win over 4th-ranked Buchanan. Hermans homered twice and doubled in that game, so she stepped up in the biggest moments for them. In her 5 postseason games leading into the semifinals, so districts, regionals, and quarterfinals, she was on a tear, going 13 for 16. In the semifinals, she managed one of the Bulldogs' 3 hits. And again, Ravenna finished 36-6 on the season, team record for wins. They'll appear in the MHSA record books for several offensive categories, and the future looks extremely bright. So congrats to Emma and the rest of the finalists and award winners, as well as everybody else here tonight, on a great season. Thanks. In closing, I appreciate everyone for being here again on behalf of our team at CatchMark SportsNet. I want to thank you all for helping put on and be here and join us for such a great event. You're welcome to spend a few more minutes, and we do want to keep the athletes here a little bit longer just to get some photos of them together. But if you're not already liking us on our social media platforms, please do so. If you make social media posts and such from tonight or whatever, if you could tag us, that'd be great too. It promotes what we're doing and helps us do even more cool stuff. But we hope everybody had a good time and that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you, everybody.